So I thought I'd better do an addendum and errata. Looking at this closer, I've drawn that around the wrong way. So turn that around. Maybe that affected why I needed to do this, which I didn't need to do when I was using the Lawton circuit. At any rate, that's the way it is. The resistor there, if you want to know what the resistor, we've got a red, violet, green, gold. I think that's 2700. I wanted to show you more on the grounding, and while I was doing that and trying to video it, the scope probe lead fell out. Can you believe it wasn't even soldered? Anyway, I'll set things up and keep going. So here we're scope probing both ends of this, and the guitar has been put straight up to here now. This is without any amplification. See, there's nothing going on there, so I'll just swap back around and put it through the amp. Okay, and now you can see that noise is coming from the amplifier. Some really tall signals now. I better dial that down so we see where we're at. What am I on? 50 millivolts on the blue. Let's put them on the same so we get an idea of where we're at. I'll go 1 volt for both. Okay. 1 volt per division for both. You can see what a big difference between blue and yellow. And that's definitely bringing me into the range if we're counting divisions and the height and the top of the blue, top of the yellows. Well, every division to the top of the screen, I'm still out of the screen, so let's go 2 volts per division. Line that up with the floor there so it's on the so there you go, 2 volts per division. We're getting what, 2, 4 and a bit, 5. There's a 6 volt one there, a bit over 6. So yeah, a really good strong signal coming into the FET switch, and you can see that little red light there lighting up, letting me know I've got a good clear signal. Now if I don't do this by chopping the bottom off, then you get the signal isn't as snappy. It seems to want to have a flat floor rather than an AC wave to trigger. So again, the yellow's the one where the diode is. The light emitting diode there, and that's doing the work. You can see it does glow when it's doing its job. So let's fire up the cell, and I'll put the scope up here and we'll look at the signal before and after the switch. And it's at this point we want to consider the volume and how that affects the switching, because if it's too high, then just touching the guitar will bring us into a zone where if the guitar's close to the cell, there is a feedback loop even though there's no speaker. Now I've got the scope up there. Where's my signal? Why's my blue not showing? something go wrong there, and the ground probe landed on somewhere over there and went full tilt and started pulling full current. So let's get that clicked back on where it's supposed to be. And you can see I'm going full, going into over 1 amp. There's a point there, decimal 1.2 when it's strummed. So what that's showing us, I'll get that one in view. Come on. Sometimes this scope doesn't like moving the trace. See, the top's full. Goes nearly square constantly, and that's because the volume's too high. Let's drop that down and we'll get the yellow out of the way. See that? So I want to dial the volume down to the spot where I get more peaks rather than shift that line. I'm just mucking around with the volume here. I think that's a good spot there. So, you know, constant strumming is what gets it going, and there does seem to be better frequencies that work better, and I think again that's more about being in tune with the switching of the FET. So yeah, I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover there. Thanks for watching.